As always, before to analyze the track of this weekend, I always watch with all of you the highlights of the previous race. In that case was the Austrian Grand Prix, a race that as far as I remember was not spectacular for me. I was fighting for P19 during most of the race, but we have nice battles against the Saubers, against the Haas, and let's see the highlights to remember a bit, to remind a bit, to refresh what was happening in my last race. So with this is the start. I am starting in last position. Remember, very bad qualifying in Austria. I was starting last again. Unfortunately, my car is this one. And the start was good. I was recovering places. This is my car. And as you can see here, I'm passing the Saubers. Not bad start. Without contacts, as happened in the sprint race. Now I'm the inside, trying to gain the place with the Haas. I gain a place with the Sauber, as you can see here. Move on to turn 3 in the uphill. Oh, a lot of smoke or gravel. I try to gain places here, but you can see something very interesting that happened to me in that track. The traction in this corner. I have so many troubles. My traction here was terrible. And look at now, I ahead of 4 cars. Now look at the traction of my car in comparison to the AI cars. Look at how much better they traction in this corner and how many places I will lose. Look at that. You can see it. The AI accelerates so fast, and I lost every place I gained in that corner. That was a problem for me during the whole race, to defending from another cars. It was a really big problem for me. Here, try to fight with the Haas. I think I passed him at that point. I don't remember if I maintained. I think he passed me again. And well, here, this is lap 2. Well, try to fight, try to recover places. Once again, attacking the Haas. I think it was Hülkenberg. But it was impossible with the traction to fight with him. And here, probably that was my biggest mistake on the race. The Haas brake very soon, to be honest, and I was not realized. I tried to brake later, and I tried to avoid it, and I touched with the front wing of the Haas, the rear of the Haas, and I lost a little piece of the front wing on my right side. It didn't cost me so much time in this circuit, but probably from now to the rest of the race, maybe I lost 1 or 2 tenths, maybe. And here, obviously, the Sauber took the opportunity to pass me. It was Joe. I tried to defend, and I don't remember. I lost the place. I think I lost the place. And from now, I was to try to. I did the undercut to some cars. Here I was fighting with the Sauber again and passing him, or trying to pass him. It was a funny race in terms of battling. I was fighting with cars the whole race, especially with Joe. And this is lap 56. At that point, I'm basically in P18, and my race in the last stage was basically to fight with Joe, that was behind, very quick. I passed him, he passed me, I passed him. We were passing each other a couple of laps, and it was a nice battle. Unfortunately, it was only for P19, and in the final laps, you can see on the replay here on YouTube of my race, in the last lap, he passed me again. We had a very nice duel, but unfortunately I was not able to maintain him behind, and I finished in P19. No pace, not too much pace, but was a fun race. Many battles on track. Let's see if this weekend we can be fighting a bit more ahead. Now, as always, track analysis. Guys, this is Silverstone. What I can say about this track? I mean, I really love it. The lap starts here in this part. Sector 1 that is in red, just immediately just cross the start finish line. The first corner is mega fast, super fast. In qualifying is flat out. In race, I think almost flat out. In 8th gear. Move on, turn 2 flat out. Turn 3 and 4, that is a chicane. I really like the chicanes because you can maximize very well the braking. And it's very important to brake very late, because this is a runoff area, but it's not gravel, it's not grass, so you can take much more risks than in other tracks, trying to maximize in the braking in this part. In turn 4, it's even slower than turn 3. This is a corner that sometimes I have troubles. It's very easy to lock up the left front, and also it's very easy to go a bit wide because immediately you accelerate. As soon as you accelerate, you have to brake again, and sometimes you try to maximize the braking and try to brake a bit later, and you go wide. And the traction here is absolutely crucial if you want to have good speed exit, to open the racing race or to defend from another car that is behind you. To go to the sector 2, amazing corners as well. Good code. I think this is the name. Turn 6, one of my favorites. It's very fun to drive, to take this corner because it's about to open the line a lot, and to brake a little bit, release the accelerate pedal, the gas pedal, and just to play with the throttle pedal every time, and try to touch the curves as much as you can to prepare the car for the next corner. Turn 7, this corner is very fun because you can take it by the inside or starting in the outside and closing the line and the exit. Personally, I like to maintain the inside as much as I can. Sometimes I use the outside line and I open a lot of the car here and to get more traction at the end. I think both ways to take it is okay, depend in the situation you are. I like so much the exit. Be careful here. You have the curb, but the grass is very close to the curbs, and it's easy to touch the grass here and to lose time. This is flat out, obviously, and we go to Cops, one of the most amazing corners. I think it's flat out in these cars. Probably in this game will be flat out, but it's critical, guys, because if you don't take it in the right way, touching the apex in the right moment, it's super easy to go wide and to lose a lot of time, because here you are around 295 kilometers per hour, and if you lose time here going wide, you will lose a lot of time, especially in qualifying where you are trying to do a quali lap. I'll move on to probably my favorite section of the whole game, of the whole Formula 1 calendar, which is Maggots, Beckett's and Chapelle. 3 consecutive corners, super fast. Turn 11 I think is flat out. Turn 12 I think is in 7th gear. You just have to downshift, even don't touch the brakes. You don't need to touch the brake. And in turn 13 just to touch a bit the brake pedal to downshift another gear to 6, maybe 5, and to prepare the car once again to accelerate, to maximize all this straight line you have here. No hate, by why are you we're so detailed with career mode? Detail, I don't know what you mean, man. With that question. I prepared a lot. Do you mean? I don't know. I like it. I enjoy it. Move on to turn 15, which is I forgot the name of that corner actually, man. I forgot. I can't believe it. It's very famous. Stowe corner, which is very fun as well. Very fun corner. Very fast. I think it's in 6 maybe. And as well, you have to maximize the exit, touching just a bit the curve, and going to the last 3 corners. This chicane, I have a lot of troubles in this chicane sometimes. It's easy to go wide as well. You have to entry with the right speed, touching the curves as much as you can, but don't overusing these curves to unstabilize the car. And after turn 17, traction is critical. You cannot put the foot on the throttle very early because you will spin. And turn 18 is almost, I will not say flat out. Sometimes it's not flat out because traction, as I said, is critical. If you overheat the tires, you will suffer a lot in the exit. But it's important to do it extremely well this corner, because the end of the lap is just crossing this corner, passing this corner. So very amazing circuit, what I can say. I love every single corner. It's super fun drive here, so I hope to have a good weekend here. And now, after that, guys, let me show you just a little details, that because the game was updated I think last week, and I like to see these little things. And the Williams have little changes in the livery. I think they added some kind of, I think, like this logo, the Globant logo in the end plates. As you can see, this is new for this update, the Globant logo, and also the Mercado Libre, which is I think is Argentinian sponsor, probably for because of Colapinto that was driving this car in the final six races of the real Formula 1 season. That logo that you can see, Mercado Libre, that means in English free market. The Argentinian sponsor that is on the close to the headrest of the driver. So it's a little touch. I like to see it. And now, guys, move on to the career mode, which is this one. No, sorry. Okay, no problem. About war. Yes, it's in play. No, where is the career mode? I don't find it now. Can't believe it, man. Yes. I don't know. This is new. Something like that. It's career, sorry. Driver career. Okay. Okay. Move on to the weekend. And now it's time to see what we can do in terms of updates, upgrades. Let's see. I don't remember how many points we have because 3 weeks since last time I played to the game, so I have to refresh a bit the memories to be honest. Let's see how many points we have and everything, the upgrades as well. Let's see what we can do. And remember, in 4 minutes we will be racing here on Twitch. Okay, we have resource points. We have 832. We have a lot of points to use because I think in the previous week we saved points. We don't use them, I think. First of all, let's advance time to see if the 2 upgrades we have for Silverstone, that is the rear wing upper flap and the ignition system, are works or not. Yes.
Okay, mate, I'm pleased to say that our new parts have come through without any issue, so they'll be on the car, ready for the next race weekend.
Perfect. That's very important. I think the ignition system is a major upgrade, so probably this weekend we will be very competitive in the midfield train. Let's see later on. But as always, no, we have no messages. In specialists, let's set the goals for this weekend. This weekend we have not available the power unit consultant and the material fabrication planner, so let's set the goals for this weekend. In manufacturing expert, we are in level 1, in the middle point to reach level 2. We can drive 330 kilometers during the race weekend or complete the weekend with no more than 3 collisions with other cars. So let's do this one. If I complete, that means I won't crash, so I like it. The wind tunnel engineer, 2 goals available. Actually, we are in level 1. 320 points in level 1, but we need 1,500 to reach level 2. Goals available reach 281.64 kph or higher for 30 seconds during a race weekend. I think it's very easy. Or overtake 6 cars out on track in the race. Back markers not included. Wow, that's extremely difficult. I don't know if I did this, if I complete this one I will receive more points, because I see that the difference in how much achievable or not is the goal is massive, you know. So I don't know if I will receive more points completing this goal, but let's do this, the easy one. This is not available. This is not available. Quality assurance tester. This one we only need 40 points to reach level 1. That's very nice. And 2 goals: incur no more than 3 penalties during an entire weekend, or spend over 45 seconds in 4th gear during a race weekend. I think this is very easy. Let's do this one, because if we have no penalties, that means we will have a clean weekend, and this is nice. This is what I need. And the strategy analyst, we are close to reach level 1. We need 290 points more. 2 goals: complete 1 practice program during a race weekend, or perfect the race strategy practice program. I think both can do it easy. Let's do the second one. Okay, And let's set as a primary specialist, probably this one, the manufacturer expert, that we are in the middle to reach level 2. Now, driver detail, guys. Here we are. As you can see, actually, in the middle of the season, we are in the middle of the season, and this is exactly the race 12 of 24. We have reached the goal we set at the beginning of the career mode. That was 69. I was very conservative, but I was able to do it. Even don't achieving great results, I was consistent more or less, and we are actually in the target, so that's very nice. That means we will retain the seat for the rest of the season. Obviously, about rivalry, my rivalry with Albon is terrible. You watch the graphics I post here on YouTube, you see that I'm losing in race and qualifying 9-2 actually. Let's see if in the second half I can be better than that. And the ratings, well, as you can see, the overall rating is going very well, but for example, in experience, is everything in a good shape because we are completing most of the races. We have only one DNF in Monaco, no, 2 DNF I think, in Bahrain as well I crashed, and in Monaco that I retired the car. In the rest of the races I finished all of them. That's why the yellow bar is increasing. The racecraft in these last races increased, but just a little bit. It's affected by overtakes and your finish position compared to starting position. I am starting at the back, and sometimes I'm losing places, so it's not been the best. The orange bar, the awareness, that means getting through clean races, reduce collisions, off-track moments, and DNFs. In Canada, I suffered a lot of penalties. Well, I don't want to remember the story. It was very painful, that race for me. But after Canada, you can see I maintained the trending. I'm being very clean. No collisions with other drivers, no penalties, so still very good. Pace, that it reflects the speed in qualifying and margin to fastest lap in race. I think it's good. It's increasing just a little bit. And focus. Probably focus is what is since Canada or Monaco. Since Monaco, it's been terrible, guys, the focus. The focus reflects form in qualifying and race results versus taking vehicle performance into account. So that means I'm not performing as the vehicle is capable to do it. That's true. That's true. This is something I have to improve in this race this weekend. And now move on to the R&D. We have points. We have a lot of points, guys, and actually, as you can see here, we are the 16th. We are ahead of Cash App, Visa Cash App RB. This is something that it's the first time we are so fast. We are ahead of the RBs. Let's see. We have to wait to see if they put upgrades for this weekend. This is something we only can see when we go to the panel, to the race weekend panel. But for the moment, we are ahead. Actually, in progress. Alex have these upgrades in progress that will be ready for July 15 and July 17, I think, for the Hungarian Grand Prix, maybe, or after the Hungarian Grand Prix in two races ahead. And actually have not pieces or in progress. So the development of the car is been very good, to be honest. And we are upgraded in a lot of areas, as you can see here. Question is what I can improve for this weekend. We have points. In aerodynamics, we can improve the wheel ring covers or the front wing end plates as well. This is a major. Oh, this is a major upgrade. In chassis, we can develop the rear floor under trade, which is a minor upgrade. And in powertrain, we can develop the stators. That I don't know. This is the blankets, or what is this? I don't know. It's about cables or something. I don't know what is that, to be honest. Anyways, I mean, minor upgrade. The AQ minor upgrade that can give us a better fuel efficiency, I think. That's me. That's great to reduce the fuel consumption. And in durability, we can improve the electronics. We can improve the MUH, the NUK, the turbo. But in general, actually in durability, we don't need so much upgrades. The only thing we will need to upgrade is the energy store, but for some reason it's locked. I don't know what things I need to unlock the... let's see, let me check something. Let me see. I need to develop this upgrade to... and in that way I will be able to develop the energy store. That is probably the only piece of the engine that I will have to exceed the number allowed per season, because I only have 2 and I'm using the second, I think. So maybe I use these points for that. I think I will develop this one because I really want to unlock the energy store, improve materials. I really want to improve the durability of that component. So I will do it, guys. It's very cheap, only 141 points. That's it. And let's see if we can improve now this. No, just by 5 points. What a shame. What a shame, guys. Because this is a major upgrade. The front wing end plate. So my question now is, my decision is to save points and in the next weekend to develop this area, or to use some points to develop some minor upgrades that, to be honest, won't have too much impact in the car. But I will use points as well, so I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking to save points, to be honest. And in that way, next weekend I will be able to develop this upgrade that I'm really interested on. I think this is what I'm gonna make, because this weekend we have very good upgrades. So we only need more, but I mean we are very good, in a good shape in terms of upgrading the car actually. So I think I will save all these points for the next weekend before the Hungarian Grand Prix, because I really want to develop this upgrade. And I don't think, if I spend most of the points I have, I don't think I will be able to achieve points I need to develop this upgrade before for the next weekend. So let's do it. Let's save these points. And now okay, this is our upgrade. It should be ready 22 July, probably after the Hungarian Grand Prix as well. Hungary, I don't know what it is. As you can see here, the energy store, this is what I'm trying to explain. I only have 2 units. The first one is in 63 and the second is in 17%. That's why I want to improve the durability, and in that way I will try as much as I can to avoid to use a third one and to avoid penalties in the future if I'm able to improve the durability of the energy store. This is something I would like to do. And the rest of the components are in a very good shape. We are at the half of the season. We are completing the first half of the season, and I'm only using the second unit in most of the components. So in this game I won't have problems in terms of penalties. I'm in a very good shape, to be honest. The energy store is the only one that is critical actually. That's why I want to improve the durability. Tire allocation. Okay, here we are using the hardest compound tires. I'm a bit worried because in Spain we have the same tires, C3, C2 and C1. The C1 is the hardest ever we have in this, the hardest of the these 5 different tire compounds of the game, of the season. And in Spain I remember to use this tire in race, the C1. It was terrible, it was so slow. But here this track is even more demanding in terms of tire wear, so maybe here the hard is useful. But to be honest, I think here the game is to have 2 sets of mediums for this Grand Prix. I think the medium will be the faster tire. So what I'm gonna make is once again this weekend to use a balanced tire allocation for the race. Probably this is a race that maybe it's 2 stops race. Silverstone is, you know, one of the most critical circuits for tires, especially for the left front. And I think cars or drivers that will have 2 sets of medium will have the upper hand here. So I want to do the same, and I think having 2 sets of medium, it's the winner strategy. Let's see what happens in race. Let's see if we do 1 stop or 2 stop. This is something we have to discuss on Sunday here on the race preview, but I think this is the strategy. Finally, some people ask about the standings. Why I don't show the standings? Yes, I always show the standings, but I do it here in the weekend previews. Well, as you can see, Max Verstappen in my career mode, I mean, he's destroying everyone. He has won every single race except China, that was half a DNF. And he won every single race. He will be champion very soon. Alonso is second. Here the Aston Martin was able to maintain the development race, and Alonso is doing an amazing season, doing 2 consecutive podiums. Actually, he has 6 podiums in this season, and is second ahead of the Ferrari drivers Leclerc and Sainz that was second in Austria in the last Grand Prix. Perez is 4th in the Red Bull, and Hamilton and Norris just behind. Between P2 and P7 only 23 points difference of 33 points difference, not too much. Lando Norris that start very well, but you can see in the last races the best result was a fifth place. Wow. Russell next, 91, then Piastri, and then Stroll. And after Stroll is our league, as always I said, with the rest of the cars. Gasly is ahead with 9 points. In the last race, any one of us in the second, let's say the teams that are fighting for the last point places, anyone was able to score points because the top 10 cars finish the race, and normally if the top 10 cars finish the race, it's impossible to be ahead of them. But Gasly is still being the leader of the second train, to say in some way. Tsunoda with 1 point less is the next. Albon, my teammate after the great result in Canada, still with 6 points. Very painful. I could have more points than him in Canada after spinning and crashing, being P6. Very, very painful. I will remember Canada for the rest of the season. Ricciardo, 5 points. Magnussen, 4. Ocon and Bottas with 1 point. And after that, is where I am. Alonso, Joe and Hülkenberg, we are the only 3 drivers who has not scored points yet. Let's see if in the second half of the season we can do it finally. But as you can see, my 3 last results were terrible. 18, 17, 19. The Canada race, as I said, 10 laps to go, I was in 6th and I crashed. Stupid mistake by myself, sorry for that. And it's a shame because after Emilia-Romagna, where I finished 11th, I felt very comfortable with the car, I feel very strong. Monaco was a disaster weekend for me, but in Canada I was able to score points. And then in Spain and Austria, for different race circumstances, in Spain bad strategy, and in Canada, in Austria I had not the pace enough to do much more than that. So let's see in Silverstone what we can do now. In the constructor, as you can see, we're in P8 with the Albon's points, ahead of Haas and Sauber, 4 points behind Alpine and 7 points behind RB. Let's see if the upgrades works, guys, in this track. We have massive upgrades here. Let's see if we can fight for points in this race. And finally the stats: average finish 17, average grid 16, almost 6,000 kilometers driven, 1 fastest lap in Canada, obviously because I changed tires in the very late time. Almost 1,000 laps complete. Well, that's a standing. So finally it's time to move on to the race. And now, well, before to do that, or no, yes, I cannot go back. So move on to the race weekend now, guys. Let's see the weather forecast as well. Now it's very important here in Silverstone. It's easy week to see rain, so maybe we'll have a rainy day. Let's see what the weather is. And also let's see the upgrades, how the rest of the teams are progressing. Remember, in 26 minutes we will be on Twitch doing the practice 1 session and later on the practice 2, so don't forget follow me there and subscribe here on YouTube as well to don't miss these videos every weekend, developing the cars, in the standings, everything. So let's see now, the weather should be shown now. Okay, well, we are at in the hospitality, back to track soon after 3 weeks off. There is Albon workstation. Oh, we have rain. Oh, we have rain for practice 1 and for the race. Finally, we will have our first race of the season in rain conditions, guys. It's Silverstone, it can happen. Well, I'm excited about it, and this practice session will be more important, much more important than I thought, because we will have rain and it will be a good testing for the car to prepare the race on Sunday. Message, this is the tires we have. Development, we have 2 upgrades, and as you can see, the race day, a lot of rain, even it will be increasing through the time. Take a look to the new weather. Qualifying looks dry, but there's a real danger of rain in the race itself. You might want to consider working on a higher downforce setup in practice. It also us down in quali, but might be a good call if we do have a wet race. Yeah, this is something I have to take care now, to prepare a setup for a wet race, sacrificing a bit of speed in qualifying even. Finally, let's see the evolution of the cars, guys. Wow, as you can see the big leap we did in this weekend. We actually are the 6th team, thanks to the major upgrade. Now definitely our battle is win with the RV cars. We are much ahead of Sauber, Haas and Alpine, and this is probably the part of the season where we have to start to maximize our car, guys. I think with the potential we have now in the next races in Silverstone, in Hungary and Spa, we have to try fight for points, guys. I think we will have a much better car now. In this weekend we did a massive step forward, much than the rest of the cars, as you can see in the graphic, and this is something we have to maximize, guys. We have to maximize that potential. We have the car now, we have to fight for it. So finally, before to start, important as always in practice, I like to use the all components. So let's put in for practice session as always. Well, I think the heat is not necessary, but anyway, the energy store, the turbo, the gearbox as well, and in that way we can save wear for races and quali. This is something I always do, and we are ready in 23 minutes, guys, on Twitch. In practice 1 we have programs to complete. We have to test the car in rain, super important. We will have rain on Sunday, so see you guys in Twitch in 22 minutes and 53 seconds. So thank you so much for watching here this live stream here on YouTube. Don't forget also to subscribe, and as I said, I will be doing the practice 1 here in 22 minutes. Very exciting weekend, guys. Wet conditions now in practice, wet conditions on Sunday. The practice 1 that I will complete now in the next minutes will be absolutely crucial, guys, to get feedback of the car in wet conditions. So let's see what we can do. See you on Twitch in 22 minutes. Waiting for you there. Thanks for watching, guys, and thank you so much for your support. That is very nice. See you soon in 22 minutes.